For the second weekend in a row, downtown Waco was the site of a peaceful protest, one calling for justice and equality. 25 News reporter Jack Allen followed the protests all day and shows us more.
After a day of speeches, signs, and songs on the banks of the Brazos, protesters took to the streets to call for justice and reform.
It is really, really heartwarming, definitely, to see so many people who care and, to not have issues of people who are like counter-protesters, things like that.
After nearly 2.5 hours of demonstrations, the group marched the streets of downtown Waco to call for justice while maintaining peace.
Us to be such a small city and have such an infamous history with kind of racial violence and stuff like that. I think it's super cool that so many people came out and supported and stayed peaceful.
Their route took them up Washington Avenue past the courthouse before coming back down Austin Avenue toward University Parks. When they arrived at the intersection of Austin and 5th, they took a knee for 8 minutes to remember the life of George Floyd. Organizers say the march was about uniting as a city and a community.
It's very beautiful, and I would love to see more because I know there's more in Waco City, but just seeing the ones that do gather and then just hearing word around, more people will come.
Despite the hot weather, the group continued to raise its voice. Some, like Barbara Valdez, took on the role of chant leaders, keeping the energy going and making sure their message was heard.
Our voices have to be heard too. It's okay, you don't have to be silent. We're here with you. Speak up, and I'm going to help you speak up.
Organizers say it was important to keep the momentum going after last week's event brought hundreds to the foot of the Waco Suspension Bridge. They say more events are going to be put together in the coming weeks.
If we stop now, nothing will change. It's going to be the same, and then a week from later, everything will go back to normal. We're going to continue doing this, and we're going to continue chanting. Yes, I'm losing my voice, but I'm going to continue doing it. Even if I lose my voice, I will have a sign up.
Waco marching on in its fight for justice. Jack Allen, 25 News.